Hello guys, welcome to SCIO-PHILE. This is Sibath here. Today is my first video. Hope you're doing well. Today we are going to discuss about finding LCM of n numbers using Python. So let's get started. Okay, let's start. Hope you all know what is LCM, right? So here we have the slide. What is LCM? LCM, as you know, it is abbreviated as lowest common multiple. It gives the smallest or the least number multiple common to the given 2 or n numbers. You have to think intuitively because here what is LCM? If you give two numbers, then it will give the first common multiple of the two numbers or the n numbers. Then what do you mean by the first common multiple? Then if you see this example, you can get this very clearly. In the second point I have given, in other ways it can be idealized as you can think it intuitively as if I took an example as 24 and 15, you see the multiples of 24 are 24, 48, 72, 96 and 120. The multiples of 15 are 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90, 105 and 120. Here you can see that multiples of 24 and 15 are different until they reach the common multiple 120. Though they may have multiples like common multiples after 120, but that's not our problem. We are going to find only the first common multiple or the lowest common multiple. So here 120 is the lowest common multiple. Hope you understand what is LCM. This picture given on the right side, you can see that this is the way we used to find LCM in the lower sections. We used to do long division and then multiply the devices. Then we will get the LCM of two numbers or n numbers. It can be also used to find n numbers. But here in Python, we are going to use the second way. The intuitive way of understanding LCM is used actually by me to find the LCM of n numbers. Hope you understand. Let me sum up everything. Here, LCM is defined as the lowest common multiple or the first common multiple that occurs for the first time in the given n numbers or two numbers that you wish. Hope you understood the intuitive way of analyzing the LCM of two numbers. Let's get into the algorithm that I'm going to do for the Python program. First, as usual, we have to start the program, and here I'm going to use list because for two numbers it can be easily calculated by using normal sequential method, but for going for n numbers it may be slightly complex, so I use list so that you can get n numbers as possible and store them, and you can call them anytime you want or you can access them anytime you want specifically. So I'm going to start the program, declare a list and get n inputs from the user. This inputs is based on the number of digits, number of actually numbers that you are going to give into the list. Then store the input values in the list, then find the highest number in the list. Why I'm telling that to find the highest number in the list? Because the multiple of the highest number is also common in the multiple of the lowest number given, so it can be found by calculating the multiples of the highest number in the given list and checking whether the highest multiple is present in the multiples of lower number or not. Hope you got me correct, because getting from the smallest number can be difficult, because finding the multiples of the smaller number and then checking for the highest number will be difficult. So I chose the highest number as my flag or the target value, and I'm going to find the multiple of that number, and I'm going to check whether that highest multiple is present in the multiples of the lowest number or not. So let's head into the flowchart. The flowchart as described in the algorithm is: start the program, get the input values, store the values in the list, find the maximum of the number present in the list. Then you have to run a while loop and you have to set it true until it reaches the LCM value. The loop has to run. Then after you got the value of LCM, then break the loop and print the value of LCM and start the program. Let's get right into the program. Okay, here we go. First we have to get the input from the user, like how many numbers that you want to give. Let me give it as n equal to int of input of Input of enter the number. No, we have to get like this. Enter the number of numbers. Perfect. So here we are writing this statement to get the number of numbers that the user want to give, or he want to store that in list to find the LCM. And now we have to declare a list. List1 equal to list of, and I'm going to declare two new variables, and they will know about their function when I continue my programming. Okay, now let me declare it as k and s. K equal to 1 and s equal to 0. Okay, and then I'm going to get the input from the for loop. You cannot get the input from the for loop for integer values multiple times, so I'm going to run a for loop for I in range of n, because this is the number of number that you want to get into your input. So I'm using a function append to add those input numbers into your list. So list1 dot append of then the input that you are going to get, int of input. Here I'm using int of input because the basic data type or the default one here is string, so I'm converting that string into character, and this is known as, I think, typecasting, right? Okay, now I got the input, and let we print the list1 so that we can make sure that all the elements are present. Now I'm going to use another function known as max to find the maximum of the number, or the highest number present in the list, equal to max of list1. Now we are finding the maximum number that is present in the list1. Then we have to run the while loop till infinity, that is we are giving it as true, so that it continues until the break statement is executed, because we are using break here to terminate the program once we find the LCM, and we have to continue till we find the LCM. So I'm using while true, then I'm going to check each element in the list against the highest number present in the list. Okay, then I'm again using for I in range. Here you can get a question why I'm using I both the times. I can initialize. This makes no problem to my program, because I now I'm going to declare the value of I as 0. Okay, now 0. This loop has to run till the length of list1, because I have to check each and individual element present in list1. Okay, then forgotten colon here. Now I have to check whether, now we will get the function of k and s. If I have to check maximum into k, and modulus of list elements, that is list1 of I equal to 0, then s plus equal to 1. Here it is a shortened operator, or this is known as augmented assignment operator. We can, instead of writing s is equal to s plus 1, you can use s plus equal to 1 for simplicity. Then this s is also known as here flag, because I'm going to indicate something, and I will explain it later. Now if before that, okay, then if s equal to length of, you have to find length of list1, then print LCM equal to max into k. Okay, then no need any setting. So k equal to k, you can augment an operator, okay, this one, then s equal to 0, again it is 0. Now I think it's over. It's time to explain the program, I think. So first you are getting the number of numbers that you want from the user, then declaring a list, then declaring two variables that are going to act like a flag variables here. Then I'm going to run the loop for loop to get the input values from the user, and I'm using append function to append those values into my list. Then I'm going to print my list to see or check whether all the list elements are present in the list or not. Then I'm finding the maximum of the number present in the list. Okay, then I'm running the loop till true, that is till infinity. And once, oh, I forgot this break here. I'm using a break here so that when the LCM value is found, the loop terminates and we can find the LCM value. Okay, here the important point lies in this while loop. So I'm going to explain this now. So I'm running another loop inside a loop for I in range of 0, length. I am going to run this loop till the length of the elements present in the list. So I am checking max into k. Here k is used to find the multiple of the highest number present in the list, because I am incrementing the k at the end of the loop every time. So the first time the value of k is 1 as initialized above, the next iteration it becomes k equal to 2. So it can be used to find the multiple of the highest number. So what I told before, we are checking the multiple of the highest, whether the multiple of the highest number is present in the lowest number of or not. Okay, so I am finding the multiples of the highest number, and I am using the modulus operator to check whether it is divisible by the each individual element present in the list. So I am using list of I. This list of I calls the each individual element in the list and check whether these multiples are divisible by the maximum number or not. Then I am incrementing this act as a flag variable. If I have 3 elements in the list and 3 of the elements satisfy the above if condition, then s equal to length, then both are equal, then we can find that max into k is the LCM. I think we didn't check the program. So here I did some small mistake. I gave an extra parenthesis. Please note it down. And again I used the variable name different here. Now I corrected. In the previous few minutes it would be incorrect. Please to change it. Then now we will check the output of the program. Here enter the number of numbers is 2. Then the numbers that we already discussed in my PPT is 15 and 24. Exactly 120. You can use it to find LCM of even n numbers, like if I use 375. No, actually 3 numbers: 375, 3125 and 625. It even gives the LCM of even larger numbers. Okay guys, that's for today. This is the final corrected program that I have. Before I made few errors and I corrected all those. If you want to take a note of it, take a screenshot or something if you want. And that's all. This is hope you understand how to find the LCM of n numbers according to this intuition. You can use it, your thinking and intuition, to find the LCM in either way, because this is programming, right? There can be many methods of finding a solution. So that's for today. Okay, it's time to wind. Hope if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. For further videos, hit the subscribe button and click on the bell icon for daily updates. Thank you. Bye bye.